brothers wrapped in one devil. Be crabby for Connor, Connor, Connor. No point in honor, honor, honor. Be bad for Bedard, be bad for Bedard. Absolutely no shame in losing hard.
That song aside, the chance to land Connor Bedard inspired epic levels of awfulness this past season. Chicago lost 12 of their last 14 games. How about Anaheim? They lost all 13 of their final games to finish dead last. Columbus lost 9 of their last 11. And you also got Arizona losing 11 of their last 12. So all of these teams were in the running and desperate to land the first overall pick, but only one could get there, and it was the Chicago Blackhawks. But Bedard, unquestionably the best prospect since the Erie Otters' Connor McDavid in 2015. In fact, their draft year stats eerily similar. Cringe-worthy pun intended there. McDavid averaged just over 2.5 points per game in the O, and Bedard similar per game average in the dub. Pleased to be joined now by the projected first overall pick for Wednesday's upcoming NHL draft. It's Connor Bedard. And Connor, you've had a career full of firsts. Which of these first overall numbers, though, from this season are you more proud of? 71 goals in the WHL or 14 pull-ups at the Combine?
Yeah, I mean, I think the goal is probably, I'm more worried about kind of what, what I do on the ice and, kind of numbers, in other senses. But, so I think kind of, I'd rather get, more goals than pull-ups for sure.
Both are impressive, no doubt. A lot of people excited about seeing you get drafted. Which players are you most excited about seeing get drafted?
There's a lot. I mean, I have a lot of good relationships in this draft. I mean, I grew up playing with, Andrew Chris a lot. We skate together all the time still and are really close. Matthew Wood grew up with, Benson a bit, Dragicevic. I'm really close with Nate Danielson. So, I mean, I could keep naming guys. There's a lot of guys here, which is pretty cool. Molendyke I played with a bit. So, it's pretty exciting for all of us kind of growing up together and, watch, for me to get to watch them get picked will be exciting.
Which of these brilliant goals are you more proud of? Is it from the gold medal game at the U18 against Russia or the overtime goal against Slovakia in the 2023 World Junior Championship quarterfinals?
I think probably the Slovakia one just because it, was overtime and kind of kept our tournament alive. So, I was really excited when both went in, but, just kind of the feeling knowing you get to play more hockey and, compete for a gold medal was pretty awesome.
There's a picture of you and Connor McDavid at the 2022 BioSteel camp showing the backs of your sweaters. Of course, number 98, number 97. What's the coolest thing about hanging out with the other Connor?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to, train with him a little bit. Obviously that BioSteel camp was great with all the guys there. And, I think just kind of seeing the way he approaches the game and his work ethic and everything off the ice as well. I mean, everyone sees what he does on the ice. He's incredible. All
right, before we let you go, the most important question of all. Are you a fan of Chicago deep dish pizza?
I've never tried it, so can't really say.
Well, I'm sure some locals will be pushing you in that direction one day soon. Thanks for this, Connor. Appreciate it, and looking forward to watching you on the ice for years to come.
Yeah, thank you for having me.